Welcome to Sewing Anastasia, and today I'm going to show you the easiest way that I know of to quilt fabric. And did you know you can quilt any fabric in your stash as long as it's woven? Today I'm going to be quilting a twill fabric. So follow along to learn about the foot you should be using and the guide bar. It's going to allow you to quilt super fast. Quilting is a great way to add texture and dimension to any project that you're creating. Today I'm going to be creating quilted fabric for my quail bag. The quail purse pattern is the latest pattern in my sewing club, and you can download it by following the link down below. The Sewing Club is an online space that I've created where you get a new sewing pattern every month along with sewing lessons. And you get access to our Discord, so you can always hop on and ask questions about the project or any project you're working on, really. And the Discord is an all-inclusive online sewing community, so definitely check it out. Links are down below in the description. Now, let's quilt some fabric. We are going to quickly quilt this quail. Now that's a tongue twister. So you can use this quilting technique with any pattern that you have. And today, like I said before, I'm going to be using my quail purse pattern. And no matter what pattern piece you are creating quilted fabric for, you just need to make sure that you're cutting fabric bigger than your pattern piece, because the fabric does shrink up just a little bit when we're quilting it. So after you got your pattern piece cut out and you figured out what size you need, you want to cut out your self fabric, the outer fabric. I'm using this leopard twill today. You're also going to need a piece of batting. Now this is really up to you how thick you want it to be, how puffy you want it to be. And then I'm going to be using a backing so the quilting doesn't get caught in the machine. I'm just going to be using a lining fabric. You could use a plain piece of cotton as well. You'll also need some additional supplies to make this go super smooth. So here I've got a walking foot, which is going to work great with all those thick, bulky layers. I have a single needle plate, which is going to prevent the fabric from pulling into the machine because there's a very little opening where the needle goes. We're also going to need some chalk and a ruler. Now that you have all of your supplies gathered, it's time to start quilting. And the first thing we need to do is draw all of our quilting lines on our self outer fabric. So I have my fabric right side face up. I've got my quilting ruler and I have some chalk. So I'm going to be drawing 45-degree angle lines through the fabric. So I'm going to line up the 45-degree line on the ruler with the selvage of my fabric. So here's the selvage and there's my 45-degree angle line following that. And now I'm going to draw a line through my fabric. If your ruler doesn't reach the end of your fabric, just move your ruler out and continue. Now we need to draw one more line on there, and that's going to be a line going through the other line that we've already drawn. It's going to be an intersecting line also at 45 degrees. Just like before, I have my ruler set up with 45 degrees at the selvage, and now I can draw a line through my fabric. And now that I have these two lines drawn on the fabric, we are ready to set everything up and start quilting. I drew my baselines on the fabric, and that is all I need because I'm going to be using a guide bar. And so this is going to help me measure out my 1 inch while I'm quilting. Now, if you don't have one of these, you're going to want to draw all of those lines on the fabric. You are going to cover it in lines spaced out 1 inch away from each other. So I highly suggest getting a walking foot with a guide bar. But again, if you don't have the guide bar, you're going to want to draw these 1 inch lines through your entire piece of fabric, going both ways, so that way you know exactly where to sew when you're quilting. Now it's time to put all of our layers together so we can start quilting. First, put down your backing fabric, and then you're going to put your batting on top of it. After that, you're going to place your self fabric, your outer fabric, on top of the batting. Make sure it's right side face up. Make sure you don't have any wrinkles or creases in it. Now I'm going to go ahead and just put a few pins in it as well to hold all the layers together. So I'm going to start towards the middle and just put a handful of pins in here. You can buy special quilting pins that are curved on the bottom. So if you have a lot of really thick fabric, it doesn't bend your pins, and it's a little easier. But I'm not using super crazy thick fabric, so these regular pins are working just fine. You can also buy special quilting pins that have longer metal pieces on them. That can also be helpful. Now that I have everything pinned together, it's time to start quilting. So now we need to change out the foot on our machine before we start sewing. You really want to be using a quilting foot. You could also have a quilting foot built into your machine. It's basically called a dual feed foot. So basically what's going on are these extra little grippy bits on the bottom of the foot are grabbing the top piece of fabric, and you've got the feed dog on the bottom, so it's clamping the fabric and pulling it through. Normally, we don't have little grippy bits on the top of the foot here, the bottom of the foot, so then it's going to slide away, especially with all the layers. So this foot helps keep all your layers together when you're working through the machine with your fabric. The other thing I'm switching out is the plate on the machine. So you're going to notice the opening on the plate that's currently on it is a big oval shape. So this is going to take your zigzag stitches. You can really move your needle position a lot. But the fabric sometimes likes to get pulled down in there, right, when you're sewing. So we're going to fix that by putting on the single needle plate here, the straight stitch plate. So the opening here is much smaller, so the fabric doesn't get pulled down into the machine. It's going to give us a nice even stitch as well. It's going to give us a little bit of a better tension. On my machine, I'm not going to put on an extra walking foot, but I have this little lever that I'm going to pull down and swing under my foot, and it acts as the walking foot. Your machine might have this as well. Check it out in your manual. So this is what I'm doing instead of putting on the walking foot. I'm also going to attach my guide bar right now, so it just goes in the little hole in the back of your walking foot or your machine, and I'm going to move it over to 1 inch and then tighten it, because that is how big I want those little squares to be. Now that I've tightened it, it's not going to go anywhere. For the first row of stitches, I want you to stitch down the line that you drew on your fabric. Now that we have 1 row of stitching right where we drew that line, we're going to go ahead and put in the other one that's going to cross through it. So that way we're basically stabilizing our fabric in like a big X. There we go. So you can see that X right in the middle there. So now what we want to do is continue stitching lines, and we're going to use this guide, or you're going to use the lines that you drew on. So if you're using the guide, you're going to line up the guide with your last row of stitches, and that's going to make your needle 1 inch away from that last row of stitches. So when you're stitching, you're watching this guide, not the needle or the foot over here. But obviously make sure you're not going to be running into any pins. Just try and keep everything nice and flat. You can always add more pins if you feel like you're getting unnecessary like bulkage in the quilting. Now I'm going to add another row here and just continue the same process. So I'm going to quilt all the lines going one direction, and then I'll flip my fabric around and go the other direction. So now I have all of my lines of stitching going one direction. So now I'm going to turn my fabric and I'm going to put in all the lines going the other direction, and then we'll get nice little quilted squares. Let's finish quilting this fabric. We are all done quilting. Let's go check it out. Look at how cool our quilted leopard is. I love it. It's so fun. And it wasn't even that hard to do either. So this is what it looks like on the front. And this is what it looks like on the back. So you can see we've got the lining fabric in there, and we got the puffy little squares because our batting is inside. Thank you so much for watching Sewing Anastasia today. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. And I would love to see your quilting projects, so make sure you tag me in them or send me photos. If you enjoyed the video today, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when the new tutorials come out. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for watching today. These videos are for you guys. And if you want to learn more about sewing, make sure you check out my online and in-person classes, along with the online sewing club, where you do get that new pattern every month with all of the sewing lessons and access to the Discord. And if you want to know what's going on in the studio, make sure you check out my Instagram stories. Links are down below for everything. Thank you so much for watching today. Bye!